Hi there, my name is Courtney Bringley, and I'm excited to share my introduction and also to listen to the introductions that have been shared by all of you. So, to begin, I am the Dean of Students at Paul Smith College, and I'll speak a little bit more about Paul Smith and where that's located in a minute. I have my Master's of Science in Education, and I earned that from Niagara University in the Western New York area. But I'm originally from Canada. I grew up just outside of London, Ontario, and now reside in Northern New York. I'm a mom of three little ones, and love hiking, skiing, swimming, and running, which is really the reason that led me to the beautiful Adirondack Park, which is where Paul Smith College is located. So it's in Northern New York State, as I said. We have a 14,000 acre campus and around 700 students. We offer degrees in natural sciences, hospitality, business, psychology, a number of different things, forestry, and we do offer associate's degrees, baccalaureate degrees, and master's degrees. And as the Dean of Students, I oversee our Student Affairs Division, our Athletics and Recreation Department, and our Academic and Career Support Services. So in this role, the leadership that I practice on a regular basis varies pretty considerably depending on what I'm doing day to day. But really, I think my main job is the empowerment of others, both students and staff and faculty, helping them to obviously make the most out of their experience at Paul Smith, whatever that might be. I also serve as a member of our executive cabinet. So I think in terms of leadership, contributing to the development of strategic and shared visions on campus, taking responsibility for the college, especially the student experience and their well-being and success is a significant part of my job. And then also I think I have a duty and a responsibility to uphold our mission and to ensure that all of our different programs and services are working towards fulfilling that mission and align with the vision and the learning objectives that the institution has set. And then, of course, as the Dean of Students, I have to uphold the community standards. So in order for things to function smoothly on our campus, there are policies and procedures and rules that need to be followed. So I think there's an element of my job and the leadership that I provide to students, faculty, and staff in that area as well. And so as I read Bass chapter 3 and try to identify which different leadership theories I find myself most in alignment with, the ones that stand out to me the most were transformational leadership. And I really liked the element or the part in there about leaders coming from this lens who, consider that it's their responsibility to go beyond self-interest and to encourage that in others, ultimately for the good of the group or the organization. And I think in my role, I really have to think about bringing people together, doing more than just what's necessary on an individual level, but what's good for the institution as a whole. I really like the hybrid nature of the transformational leadership approach. And the one quote from the chapter that really stuck out to me in this position, in this part, was he or she must become a developer of people and a builder of teams. I always refer to all of my different areas as my teams. And I think that really sends the message that we are in this together. And I not only want to, guide and direct my people, but I also want to help them to grow and develop and, make progress in their own, if they're students in their academic journey and if they're staff in their career journey. But I also really align myself with a few other elements too. So servant leadership really stuck out to me. I think under this theory, being able to put the needs of others as the highest priority is something that I can personally align with. I think, you've got to, if you're going to work in higher education, especially in the student support side of things, you have to have a passion for helping and working with others and putting their well-being as the highest priority. I like the concept of leaders as stewards, balancing the interest of multiple constituents. So I also find myself doing that on a regular basis, being kind of the negotiator between students and faculty, staff and faculty, all of those different elements. And I liked the quote from this section: leaders should think of themselves as servants building relationships with their followers that help their followers to grow. But again, because I'm, having a hard time placing myself just in one particular place, I also thought some of the social psychological theories were really appealing as well. And, I think with these different theories that fell under that section, I really like that they account for individuals' expectations, values, interpersonal skills, and demonstrate behaviors perceived as supportive. So that's a really important element for me in how others perceive me as a leader, as I want them to know that I support them, and that sometimes that might mean having to say no to something, but my ultimate goal is to always support people, do what's best for them and the institution as a whole. And so I think, for where I'm at right now, all three of these areas really seem to align well with my leadership style and my approach to leadership. And I'm really excited to learn more and to hear from the rest of my peers in this course on where they see themselves fitting in these different leadership theories. So that's all for today, and I hope you all have a good weekend.